What to do in Singapore with 3 kids? Come join our family vacation as we spend 4 days in Singapore. First stop was Universal Studios Singapore. If you've been to other theme parks of Universal Studios across the globe, take note that this is the hottest and most humid Universal Studios theme park there is. So come prepared with your water bottles, caps, and pocket fans. The boys enjoyed Jurassic World, Madagascar the Ride, Shrek, and Sesame Street. And Sloane, who was already 8 years old, was brave enough to go on the Mummy ride with us adults.
Your cute and furry hero has saved the day!
The next day was spent in Southeast Asia Aquarium. This is one of the best and most impressive aquariums in the world, with our open ocean tank measuring 118 feet wide and 27 feet tall. You'd really feel like you're in the open ocean. They had on display some creatures I've never seen before, like the sea dragon, which is this one. It looks like a cross between a seahorse and a pipefish. Southeast Asia Aquarium incorporates sea life conservation into their exhibits. Here's one exhibit explaining why we shouldn't eat shark's fin soup and bluefin tuna.
No shark, no bluefin tuna. No bluefin tuna, no shark.
And then stingray.
Basti ka lang tayo something. Are you got stung by a jellyfish? Or she's swimming?
Generally, they tend to be symmetrical. Yeah, but you may see some that might have 6 legs. That,
They also had touch pools with knowledgeable staff available to answer your questions. We weren't quick enough to touch any of the fish, but we were able to touch a couple of sea stars and a very fuzzy sea cucumber.
Oh, like carpet. So I got touched this. It's a sea cucumber. It's so furry. Okay, come on. Hulog. Hulog. 2 down out of 3.
Gardez by the Bay is composed of different parks and gardens. Some are paid attractions while some are free. The first 2 attractions we visited required tickets. The Flower Dome is the largest glass greenhouse showcasing plants from around the world. Our next stop was the Cloud Forest, which also required paid tickets. It is a towering vertical garden with water falling from the top and mist surrounding the plants. It felt like we were in the enchanted forest of the Moors from Disney's Maleficent. We passed by the Super Tree Grove to make our way to the Children's Garden. Both these areas were free for everybody to enter. We were welcomed by the children's laughter in the splash zone. But we don't come prepared, so we walked over to the treehouse playground. We spent 20 minutes climbing suspended bridges, spider nets, and going down slides.
I'm trapped. Try to save me. If you can't save me, I'll just do it myself.
Go, do it yourself.
Go nga.
Just
Can
slide
you?
down, okay? Show us here.
Yeah, go in. Okay,
There you go.
Two people, one person.
Of course, a trip to Singapore would not be complete without chili crab. So we headed to Chinatown for dinner. We also got to try the spicier pepper crab. Yummy!
Mas saucy ang Chinatown dito.
Huh?
Saucy.
Awesome.
Sure. Diba?
Yeah. This is our tourist go-to.
Day 3 was spent in Singapore Zoo, located in the rainforest area of Jurong. Singapore Zoo is only one of 4 parks of Wildlife Reserve Singapore, the others being the Night Safari, River Safari, and Jurong Bird Park. We only had time for one park, unfortunately. In some way, it didn't feel like a zoo because the animals didn't appear to be caged and instead were just roaming next to you.
Yes.
You eat that. You eat that in the
Dad.
provinces. Is it a toko? No, no.
No,
Bayawak.
it's a bayawak.
Is that fake?
No, it's real.
But don't touch it, okay?
You want me to poke it?
No, Dad.
We're on the sea lion show in Singapore Zoo.
We caught the morning sea lion show and snagged front row seats. A bit of a warning to those who sit in the splash zone. You will get drenched, as we did.
Oh no!
Oh, we're gonna get wet.
And now, are you wet? Look at the camera. We're wet. We're in the splash zone.
What was nice about the shows was that it included a lesson on environment awareness. I mean, how often do you get a sales pitch from a sea lion asking you to buy reusable bags and water bottles? Next, we also caught the elephant show. Unlike in Cambodia and Thailand, where tourists would ride on elephants, these guys were simply showing us their anatomy, their way of communication, and the activities they do in the wild.
Once they're done presenting their food, our Sumatran elephants will be opening up their mouth, lifting out their trunks and talking. Let's give our gorillas some time to chew the food. Okay, anytime here has a mouth wide open, take a look inside. The brown color things at the side of their cheek goes out their molar teeth. One tooth itself can actually weigh more than one.
One of the animals we found fascinating were these pygmy hippos. who were also nicknamed underwater ballerinas because of the way they tiptoe their way across the river bend. See for yourselves. It was feeding time for the fossa. Who would think that this small animal is Madagascar's top predator? Look at them go! Prepare to spend a minimum of 3 hours to visit Singapore Zoo. More if you intend to catch the shows and the feeding sessions of the animals.
Here, puppy, puppy, puppy.
What puppy?
It's an African painted dog. What are you calling that bird?
The last attraction we visited on our last day was Jewel Changi. Yes, Singapore's airport is an attraction in itself. We checked in more than 3 hours before our flight. In here you will find the world's largest man-made waterfall. The kids made a new friend too.
Talk to him.
He talks but I can't hear you.
As we wandered around the shops, we saw the waterfalls from different vantage points, from the middle to the top and to the bottom.
Thanks for tagging along in our Singapore family vacation. We hope you enjoyed watching our video.